Hey guys, Braydoz here, and welcome to my first ever Sims 4 speed build. This time I am building Riverside Classic, which is a far cry from the usual sort of modern style that I do in houses, but I really think it turned out quite well. As you can probably see from the thumbnail, I think I did a pretty damn good job for my first ever build in The Sims 4. Now, The Sims 4... it's a good game. Pretty much all the worries, well, not all of them, I mean some of the worries, I'd say about 75% of the worries that I had about build mode, they're gone. They're out the window. I don't care. It has just killed them. Build mode in Sims 4 is great. I thoroughly enjoyed building in The Sims 4. It was excellent. It was fun. It was fluid. Everything just worked. I mean, it was just good fun to build, to be honest. I had a lot of fun building in The Sims 4. That's more fun than I've had building in a long time. I mean, because building in The Sims 3, that tends to get really tedious really quickly because, I don't know, everything feels a bit clunky. It doesn't really feel like it all works together. Sims 4, though, it works beautifully. It works really, really nicely, and it's also fluid and it just flows. It's beautiful. They've done a really good job. Now, the bulk of this video is just going to be talking about Sims 4 build mode, because build mode I'm building a house, obviously. But I've had about 4 hours with the game so far, total. I mean, I would have had a lot more if I was just playing it by myself, but I've been recording it. I've recorded 3 episodes this morning, and this speed build. The speed build took me about an hour and 45 minutes. And a lot of that was just sort of dicking around with all the new tools and trying to learn everything and find out what does what. So that's why it took a bit longer. But everything was really well done. It just felt like it all worked. And it was really easy, really fun, really quick considering the amount of time that I spent just playing around with stuff. Actual proper building was probably like only an hour and 20 minutes, maybe, something like that. Which is really quick for a house like this. The house itself isn't quite the biggest house I've ever done. I mean, it's relatively small. I didn't do a very good job of managing the space, to be honest. It's a 2-bedroom, 1-bathroom house, but I don't know. It's pretty nice. It's got a lot of classic features. Obviously, it's called Riverside Classic. But yeah, I thoroughly enjoyed it. So kudos to whoever made Sims 4 build mode. It's really, really well done, and a lot of the worries that I've had about the house building side of it are gone, which is always good. Now, I was originally going to have a normal roof on top of this house, but I ended up just going for the sort of fence lining around the edge of it, which I think works pretty well in this. I obviously used a lot of the not spiraled, curved balcony thingamajigs around the outside of the house, and that became a real main feature of the house, which I think looked pretty sweet in the end. So it doesn't look like it's just a big square. It's got the nice curved edges. You can't curve walls in The Sims 4, unfortunately, but you can curve the little decks and everything, which is pretty sweet. I like that a lot. It's a good little feature, and I used it, obviously, quite frequently in this house. But one of the features that I absolutely loved in build mode so far, the ones that I've discovered, the fact that I don't have to delete everything if I forget to put a foundation in, and I did that in this build. I do what I do a lot, and I sort of get halfway through not halfway through building the house. I put down all the main floor plan, and I think, balls. I've put down the walls and I don't have a foundation, so then you have to delete everything and do the foundation, then try again. You don't have to do that in this. You just go down, choose what foundation you want, and set the height, and that's it. Everything just moves up automatically. It's beautiful. It works so well, and I love it. It's so time-saving. It's just something that I think, oh God, thank Christ they did that. It's ridiculous. And I realized I said thank before instead of think. So just leave me alone. But yeah, I've not really discovered anything that I really hate about build mode yet, although the lack of creator style is obviously quite gutting, to be honest. But there is a sort of, they call it, I don't know what they call it, the style tool or something like that, and it allows you to choose from the different styles really quickly. So I mean, they give you a set bunch of different colors and everything for each object, and then you can just click R, which would usually be creator style, and then you've basically, bang, it's right there, you've got it. You've got the sort of set styles that you need, all the ones that you could want there. I mean, it's not as, I guess, customizable as The Sims 3 was with the creator style. I do hope that they bring creator style in at some point, but if not, there is some sort of way to do it, although you can't choose it. It's just sort of choosing between what they give you, which isn't ideal, but, you know, I mean, everything looks pretty good anyway. It's just means you can't create your own sort of styles, which is a bit disappointing, but not like a deal breaker for the game or anything. I think it makes up for it in many other aspects. In gameplay, this game is awesome. Like, it is amazing. Like, the just fluidness of everything, the fact that people can sort of, well, Sims I should say, can be cooking and then have a conversation with someone who is watching television, and then call somebody over who is on the treadmill to have a conversation as well while they're on the treadmill. So, I mean, it's just awesome. It's really, really cool, and I love it. It's great. It's really, really great. It's just so much better than how clunky Sims 3 felt. When you would try to do interactions and everything and try to string them together. It just feels really fluid and really nice. But yeah, just working on the house here, you can see I went for a stone style look for the first floor of the house, and then a wooden style look for the second floor of the house. I think the house fits in like pretty much perfectly with the area that it's in. I mean, it doesn't look like it stands out. If I was to do a modern house, it would have just stuck out like a sore thumb. I mean, it would have looked nice. It would have been a nice sore thumb, but it would have been a sore thumb nonetheless. And it fits in really well. I mean, you just look along the street and like, yep, that's a house. Yep, that's a house. Yep, that's a house. Yep, that's a house. And it doesn't really look like it's something that somebody else has made. It looks like it's meant to be there from the get-go, which I think is a bonus. Now, I'm still trying to figure out how to take screenshots properly in this game. Because, oh, hang on, I'm going to shut myself up there for a second, because that is also a feature that is really cool. The fact that you can change the wall heights. Before, you would have had to use constrained floor elevation, and I mean, CFE would have given you a bit more, I guess, control over it, like total control. But this gives you, it just makes it really easy essentially, and you can choose from 3 different heights. You've got the lowest or the normal height, then you've got a medium height, and then you can take it up really high. I chose a medium height so I could get these big windows in, these really big glass curved windows. They look really nice, and they really light up the back of the house, make everything feel open rather than being super cramped, which is a plus. There I am doing the foundations there, lowering them or raising them up a bit and then changing the style of them. And that is the fence obviously on the roof that I used. It's just a little stone one that goes around the edge and sort of frames it, which I think is pretty cool. You can also change the height of the windows, which is a big thing that I really like. I'm very happy about that, the fact that you can just say, oh, I want my windows going from the bottom, or you want them really up high. It's entirely up to you, and I really do appreciate that feature. It's very, very nice. Very nice indeed. But yeah, so I am liking The Sims 4 so far, although the lack of an open world really gets me. That is the one thing that lets this game down, and so far it lets it down quite a lot. I really don't like the fact that there's no open world. Like, really don't like it. It gets on my nerves to the point where I just want to freaking hack the crap out of the game and be able to go anywhere, anytime, because I love the open world factor in Sims 3. It made it so good, and then they got rid of it. I mean, it's 5 years on, for Christ's sake. You've got to have an open world in a simulation game. It's ridiculous. But I don't know, I'm sure they'll come up with some way of making it a bit more open world. I don't know. I mean, I haven't had a real lot of time to just explore how everything works, so I can't really say a real lot yet. But just what I've played, it's kind of annoying. It just sort of gets on my nerves a little bit is all, so I don't know. That's just me. I mean, it mightn't bother some other people, but it does bother me. At the front of the house now, seeing some of the landscaping tools that The Sims 3 gets. I have no idea if there's ever any terraforming. I don't think there's terraforming in The Sims 4. I didn't even look for it, to be honest, because I didn't need it. Looking at that, though, that little picture down the bottom left-hand corner, it does not look like there is any terraforming, which is a tad disappointing as well. But it's not terrible. like I said. So yeah. Anyway, yeah, just placing some trees and shrubs and stuff at the front. I've got to say, there's a lot of really nice little decorational. Is decorational a word? I have no idea if decorational is a word, but if it is, there are a lot of little decorational shrubs and plants and flowers and trees and stuff in The Sims 4, which is really, really nice. And it allows you to just sort of have a really nice looking garden, to be honest. It just looks really, really nice. As you can see, that front garden looks pretty cool, and I didn't really have to spend a lot of time on it either. It's just plop this down, throw it in, throw it in, throw it in, done. That's it. That's basically all I had to do, which is much appreciated rather than having to spend ages on it. You also saw there one of the customized room, not customized room, one of the pre-made rooms sort of popped up, which is something that you can do in The Sims 4. They're just completely pre-done. You pay for them all. You pay for basically the price that they would be normally, but they're all put together for you, and you just throw them together and put a roof on them, and you've got yourself a house. It's really simple. I mean, obviously I won't be using them because I don't like to do that. I mean, it's good if you don't want to, or you don't know how to build, or you just don't like building, or you just want to get straight into the game without having to worry about building yourself a house or whatever. You can just use that. I mean, it's really, really simple. It's really fun. Well, I don't know if it's fun. I haven't used it, but I don't know. I just thought it was a cool, cool thing to do. It definitely helps those people who don't like building or can't build, which is very nice. It's nice to think of all of the people, because I mean, it is a simulation game. It's not all about building. It's a Sims game where it's a life simulator, not a building simulator. So you want people to spend as much time simulating life as they can, which is the point of the game, I guess. So that's good. I don't know what styles of rooms or how many there are. From what I saw, it looked like there were quite a few, which is really good. I mean, they did do a blueprint mode in Sims 3, but it was okay, but a lot of the rooms weren't really all that impressive. The rooms that I've seen in The Sims 4 so far, they look really, really nice. And I've noticed that the team who build the houses and everything in The Sims 4 have learnt a lot from The Sims 3, because you'll notice that the Sims 3 base game houses, they're really, well, I mean, they're not bad or anything, but they're certainly not up to the standard that the later houses were in the later expansion packs. Like in Island Paradise, there were some really nice modern houses, and Into the Future, and just all the later houses, they were just really nicely done, and they really learned a lot of how to build, and they've carried that over into The Sims 4, which is very nice. So you've got a lot of really nice pre-made rooms and a lot of pre-made houses. But that is the kitchen in the house. Like I said, things are a bit small. I mean, it's not super cramped or anything. It's what you'd expect from this sort of house. Lots of woods. It's sort of dark inside, but not sort of claustrophobic at all. The screenshots that I took of this house are really quite poor, so I apologize for that. I've not had a real lot of time to figure out how to take the screenshots properly, because usually what I do in The Sims 3 is just I get a household that has a lot of money, I move them into the house, I switch to them, move them out of the way so they're not inside of the shot, and then I'll just hit tab, take a bunch of pictures of the house. Tab removes all the UI and everything, so you don't have to see that. And then you hit tab and just take a bunch of pictures. And it also allows you to get a great deal of maneuverability with the camera, so you can sort of position yourself in a corner, then zoom out, and get up and down and high and low and everything. It's really good, but you can't just move people into houses in The Sims 4. It's not that simple, because I don't think there's any cheats, so it's quite difficult to do it. I mean, I haven't had a full-on go at it yet, but yeah, from what I've seen, it's not very easy. So I've just had to sort of go into build mode and then turn the UI off for the screenshots and then take them from there. So it's not great angles, but you do get to see what the house looks like, which I guess is the main point. Here is the grand dining area. It's got all those big windows around it and a nice big chandelier. There's some statues, that's what they're called, over in the corner. There's looks like Margaret Thatcher holding a plate. It's not really Margaret Thatcher, calm down. And then some old dude who's got a hat. Well, it's just his head, actually, which is kind of disturbing, but whatever. Placing in some stairs. There's no spiral staircases in The Sims 4 as far as I am aware. I didn't find any anyway in the 10 seconds I had a look. So we are restricted to normal stairs, which is a bit disappointing, especially in this context, because I didn't have a whole lot of space, so I had to sacrifice the big study that I had planned over in that corner and decided to just sort of put a desk underneath the stairs there, which I'm doing right now. Oh, that timing though. My goodness, it's beautiful. and then place a chair there and a computer, and then I think there's an easel over in the corner and one of those little clipboards and Blant's stuff and everything there. Yeah, it's good. I also put that fishbowl above the fireplace. Do not put fish bowls above fireplaces, please, in real life, because it will kill the fish from the heat. It will heat up the water and the fish will die. So don't do that. It's bad. Don't put fish in fireplaces. I would assume you would know that already. Well, I sincerely hope you would know that, but anyway. Moving upstairs now. This is where the 2 bedrooms, 1 bathroom, and various outdoor balconies are. No, they're not, because we're back downstairs, and I have no idea where we are. There's a plant and a lamp, and that somewhat rhymes. Not really. And there's another plant and a desk. It's not a desk, it's like a coffee table or bedside table. I'm not sure what it's actually under. I think it's under bedside tables, if you were to look it up in the menu, because it's a bit higher than a coffee table. This is one of the various outdoor sitting areas. It's just, a nice space to sit down and look at stuff. I don't know. There's a lot of outdoor space. I mean, a good deal of the space of this house is outdoor. That's why there's not a massive amount of space inside. But I felt like, hey, it's about the look. I want it to look nice from the outside than it does with all those big open balconies. So yeah, that is why I kept it there. But moving upstairs properly now, putting in some railings after I choose them. There's a lot of different railings to choose from. Like I said, there's a lot of content in the game, which is much appreciated. There's a lot of content in Creator Sim as well. Creator Sim is excellent, by the way. That is the place where Sims 4 has well and truly got the Sims 3. Like, I do like some of the gameplay aspects of the Sims 3 over the Sims 4. So they're sort of neck and neck just at this point, having not played a real lot of the Sims 4. But the Sims 4 has got a much, much better Creator Sim, just in every way. It's just infinitely better. I mean, it just is. There's no arguing with that. It's just better. But yeah, there's a little hallway up here, obviously, because that's you don't want to just walk straight from the stairs into a room, because that's no privacy. People can just walk up while you're sleeping and fornicating and such. And this conversation just got awkward. Let's move it along. There's a little sitting area over there in the corner. I managed to get a lamp in beside or in behind there. I have no idea how I managed that though, because no matter what I did, I couldn't get a lamp in behind the chairs. So then I moved the chairs out and put a lamp there, but I couldn't get it at all in the corner. And then all of a sudden, it would work. I also tried to put move objects on in the cheat thing. See, look, how did that work? How did it do that? It wouldn't go anywhere near it before, and then all of a sudden it's there. I don't know how it happened, but yeah, I tried to put move objects on, or type in move objects on, but it just didn't do anything, like, at all. There's no cheats. I don't know if there actually are any cheats in The Sims 4 or not, but yeah, I couldn't find them, or I don't know them, at least, if they are there. But I mean, I guess that's a good thing. We're moving forward, you're not going to cheat your way through the game. Although some people do just want to live in their dream house and everything in this game, rather than having to work their way up from the bottom, which is what everyone has to do in real life anyway. But then again, it's a life simulator, so it's simulating real life, which, I don't know. But some people just want to play in their dream home with lots of money. It's great. I don't know. I like to do that sometimes, but then again, I also like to work my way up from the bottom. At least it gives you one option. If not two, or three. Two. What? One option. Two would have been better. Yeah, that's what I was trying to say. I completely lost my numbers there, and my brain just went, nah, I know what I'm doing. I'm lost. But yeah, this is one of the other bedrooms. I'm stupid, I know. This is the second bedroom. It's, I guess it could be anybody's bedroom, really. It could be just a guest bedroom if you wanted it to. It could be a kid's bedroom. I don't know. It could be just another random person's bedroom. There's also that bath, which is amazing. It's like a corner bath spa thing, and I absolutely love it. It's so cool. That was a bit of DLC in The Sims 3, but they include it straight up in The Sims 4. So thank you very much for that, EA. I love it. I like that bath. I'm just going to have it in every single... Ah! I hit my leg. Every single one of my houses. Which is good. So look forward to that. I'm just kidding. I'm not going to use it in every one of my houses, but I will use it in a lot of them. Placing in some of those cool little wall lights. They don't light the bathroom up a massive amount, but they make it seem sort of dim and moody in the bathroom, which is cool. It lights it up so it doesn't seem claustrophobic, but it just seems moody. Moody, moody. Moody, moody. That's what it sounds like, or looks like, or looks, sounds, feels like. I'm making a fool of myself, aren't I? Anyway, this is the master bedroom that ends up being a fireplace right there. There it is. If I can hold the camera still for half a second, that'd be great. A couple little things on top. You got your little shield over in the corner. I know it's not called a shield, but that's what I call it. It's like a nudity shield, but I don't use it as a nudity shield. I just use it to shield the windows so people at the park behind the house can't see. This house obviously will be in the gallery. I don't know how to link the gallery, but you can just look up my name in the gallery. I have no idea. I think it's Braydoz 147 for some reason. I don't know where I got that name from, but I'm pretty sure that's it. I shall check for you. It's yes, Braydoz 147. That's what it is. So there you go. Congratulations. If you can go to the gallery and download stuff that I've created. You can also create or download, sorry, the household that I created for my Sims 3 Let's Play, which will be up by the time you see this. So that includes Clay and Becca. Clay is not old. Clay is young, and he's a badass. Damn straight. But yeah, you can download them and any other creations that I'd happen to put on there. So I'll put a link to that, or at least a name to that. I'm not sure, I don't know if there's a Sims 4 store up yet. Is there a Sims 4 store? No, there's a Sims store, but it's not a Sims 4 store. So there you go. Not yet. Not yet, at least. But yeah, so you can go and download this house. If you want to, I will probably also figure out how to do it properly after I make or finish recording this video. And then put proper links in the description of the video. We're just moving out to the final part of the build now, which is outside. I get rid of those stairs over in the corner so I can put a nice little bar over there so your Sims can sit back, have a couple drinks, and watch the world fly by. You've also got very nice views, which I don't believe I showcase in the screenshots, but it's right on the river, and it looks very pretty. It's a very pretty setting. The town in this, I don't know, it's Willow Springs, I think it's called. Correct me if I'm wrong. I actually have no idea. I know it's something like that, but it's a very, very pretty town. Very pretty world, I should say. And yeah, it's just a shame that it's not open. If it was an open world, it would have been great. But no. We want to go backwards 10 years. That's a great idea. I'm just kidding. I'm going to stop giving EA crap. I do that enough. But yeah, this game in general is very good. If you are wondering about picking it up, I would say go and pick it up. If you're sort of on the edge, I'd definitely go pick it up. It's great. It's good. It's very good. It's very good. Very good. But yeah, this is the last little area of the house. It's just a nice sort of sitting, or dining, outdoor dining area with a barbecue and stuff. Lit up with some nice lights and put plants all around the place. Like I said, the landscaping in Sims 4 is very, very nice. It looks really good. It's very, very cool. But just placing in a few last little decorations and stuff around there. There's a little pot plant. And then I just place in a couple of trees around the place and put some little decorational shrubs underneath. I'm going to look that up to see if it's a word. I don't think decorational is a word or not. I have no idea. Let me know. Is decorational a word? It's the word of the question of the day. And if it is a real word, then it's the word of the day. So there you go. Final little bit of shrubbery before we cut into the screenshots. After we look at the sexy front of the house as it is complete there. Very nice. Here's a shot of the front of the house. These first couple shots are at sunset, so that's why everything looks a bit different. The lighting is slightly different to the rest of them. Another shot of the front of the house with the river right beside it. Obviously, it is called Riverside Classic for a reason. Here is the back of the house. Obviously, looks different because it's not in the sunlight. It doesn't look as orange, but this is the real color of the house. That is a terrible shot. I apologize, but that's what the back of the house looks like. There's the side little sitting area as well. These screenshots are very poor, so I do apologize about that. There's the kitchen. Only one side of the kitchen because I could only get one angle because there's no frickin' room otherwise. I will figure out how to take better screenshots in the future so you can get a better look of the house. There's a little living room there with your television and your coffee table and such. Of course, you got your fireplace behind you and your big grand dining area, which is very open. You've got all the big windows looking out over your backyard and the park behind, and of course the river. Another shot there, looking over into the other parts of the house. Here is the hallway upstairs leading to the bedrooms. 2 bedrooms are on the left. Well, bedrooms are on the right there, and the bathrooms on the left in that shot. Here's the first bedroom. It's got sort of a white soft style, or greys with hints of blue around the place. Looks quite nice. I do like it. I also realised that I took 2 screenshots of that, so that's why that shot lasted a bit longer. Another shot of that one there. Here is the bathroom. Couldn't get any good shots of the bathroom because you have to have like a 17,000 foot wide room to get any decent angles, but there is a sort of shot of it. Here's the front balcony, obviously. Well, not obviously, it's obvious now that I tell you, but there it is in the sunset. There's the master bedroom with the nudity shield over there, and another shot of the master bedroom with the fireplace over there in the corner, and a couple of last shots of everything outside. But I hope you have enjoyed my first ever speed build. There will be plenty more Sims 4 content coming out over the coming weeks. So thank you very much for watching, guys. I hope you have enjoyed this build of Riverside Classic, and until next time, as always, stay awesome.